Get in here, best friends, because it is Money Making Monday, which is the day of the week that I give you a video that's going to enhance your mindset so you can attract in the level of financial independence, wealth, abundance, whatever you want to call it. You can get that shmoney, all right, baby? I'm going to tell you this right now. I know a thing or two about making money. I have built multiple multi-million-dollar businesses, baby. Google me, Malcolm M.J. Harris, honey. Featured by Oprah. One of my businesses happens to be one of America's largest African-American-owned financial services companies. Baby, I'm just showing you the receipts so that you can know that I know what I'm talking about. And in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you 7 personality traits that keep people broke, that kill their business opportunities and literally will stop them from being able to make more money. These personality traits are almost like a repellent against the money, okay? So I'm going to point these out to you so that if you do have one of these traits, you can correct it so that you can put yourself in a position to be able to attract the level of wealth and abundance that you desire. Before I jump into these tips, all of which are very easy to implement, what I want you to do is I want you to click like on this video, so hit that thumbs up, and that helps more people to see this video. And so that you can make sure that you see future videos by me, make sure you subscribe to my channel or follow me, and hit the bell if you're watching me on YouTube to turn your notifications. YouTube has a newer algorithm where really it requires you to hit that bell, meaning turning on your notifications, so that you can be made aware of future videos that I have coming out. Because I'll tell you this right now, I help you to live your best life, so you definitely don't want to miss any of my videos, all right? Let's go ahead and jump in. Personality trait number 1 that will literally stop you from making more money is being a slow responder. When you want to make more money, rather it's through selling a product or a service, you want to attract a new client, or you just want to be promoted within the company that you may work for, you need to show people that you have a reasonable sense of urgency. And when I talk about a reasonable sense of urgency, I mean you don't have to be that person who responds to every email within a matter of seconds. If you want to do that, do you, but that's pretty exhausting after a while. What I'm talking about is that people will know that when I reach out to you with a request, with a question, with a whatever, that you are going to get back to me within a reasonable amount of time. Now, I'll tell you this right now. I've got a lot on my plate, so it's not always easy for me to respond to everything as quickly as I would like to, but I do have a system for how I do it. It's called the 3-level response system, okay? Listen close and feel free to use it, all right? What I do is when someone reaches out to me about anything having to do with making some shmoney, okay? I put it into one of 3 levels, okay? Level 3 is that, okay, this can make me some money, but it doesn't require urgent attention. Level 2 is that this can make me some money, but it does require relatively urgent attention, meaning that I can't put this as a level 3. Level 1 is that this is something that can make me some money and it requires my attention right now, okay? So 3 levels, 3, 2, 1. Here's how that works. So if it's a level 3, then I allow myself up to 3 business days to respond to you. If it's a level 2, 2 business days. If it's a level 1, 1 business day. For me personally, what that does is it allows me to be able to, first of all, be able to put things within a category, because everything doesn't deserve an immediate response, but it also helps me to make sure that I'm giving things the level of attention that they deserve. Some people really have no sense of urgency, and I don't know why, baby, okay? Because if there's money to be made, I am on it at all times. Sometimes I'm giving level 3s a level 1 response, but that's just me because I like shmoney, okay? But regardless, when you can tie a system to things, what happens is that people will start to say, wow, you are so consistent. Wow, you always get back to me. Wow, I like how responsive you are. I could go through my email box right now and I can show you emails in my box where people have literally responded to me saying, thank you for responding so quickly. Wow, thank you so much for getting on this so quickly. They recognize that, and the reason why they recognize that is because so many people don't do the work to simply respond in a timely fashion. I'll tell you this much right now. The one thing you don't ever want to do is be that person where people have to follow up with you about money that they're trying to give you, and they're like, hey, just following up with you. Are you want to send that proposal? Hey, just following up with you. Or how are we supposed to move forward? You don't want to be that person in business, because the minute that people have to follow up with you about giving you money, they're going to start reconsidering giving you that money, and they're going to give that money to someone else eventually. And more than that, they won't refer people to you for other opportunities. So make sure you remember personality trait number 1, have a sense of urgency, because being a slow responder will slow your bank account balance from increasing. Personality trait number 2 that will keep you broke and that will keep people from sending you money is being an opportunity hog. What I mean by that is this. If you have access to certain opportunities, certain come-ups, certain open doors, and someone in your circle wants to get access to that same open door, and it doesn't hurt you to give them access, to make that introduction, to help them kind of get their foot in the door, and of course they need to be competent and qualified for that opportunity, then don't hold it back from them. I will tell you this, okay, and I've experienced this especially being here in LA, being in the entertainment industry. It is so pervasive that people will get access to certain open doors, and you'd be like, oh, hey, how'd that work out for you? Who was your point of contact? How did you do that? You didn't even gotta connect me with nobody, but just how'd you do it? And they try to hoard information. Nah, you know, I don't even know. It wasn't, you know, just somebody reached out. They try to be vague. They don't want to tell you that they're not going to tell you what to do or how to help you. What they do is they try to act like, I don't even know. It just kind of came out of nowhere. And they don't do it. Or you say, hey, could you connect me with someone so I see you have a relationship with them? Clearly I'm qualified for this opportunity. Would you mind doing an introduction? Yeah, man, I'll get back to you on that. And they never follow up with you. Here's the thing that I've learned to be true as someone who's built multiple multi-million-dollar businesses. People who have a lot of money and have a lot of opportunities, the successful folks, we are very generous about open doors to other people who have the qualifications to walk through that door. If right now my phone were to ring from one of my friends saying, hey, can you connect me with so-and-so over at XYZ company? I see you do business with them. I would love to be able to talk with them to see if the opportunity exists. I'm like, absolutely. Which email address do you want me to do the introduction on? Do you want me to connect y'all through phone? How it works for you? In fact, you know what? Send me just a 2 or 3 sentence, description on what it is that you want to do so that I can include that in the email, because I want to make sure I do the introduction the right way. I'm going to open that door for you because A, I know how it feels for someone to open a door for me. B, because I know that I'm paying it forward. By opening a door for you and giving you access to an opportunity that I got access to, if it's not hurting my pockets, what it's going to do is it's going to help you get your come up, and then at a later point in time when you're in a position to be able to help me, you're going to help me. So it keeps it all going in a big old circle. It keeps the money in the family. It allows us to be able to build out that support system that can help us grow. I'm telling you this right now, some of the brokest people I know, or the people who actually just stay at a certain level, they kind of plateau and they never rise above a certain level, are the people who are constantly hoarding opportunities. They're hoarding access. They're people who are just really opportunity hogs. Don't be that person at all. It doesn't benefit you. I'm telling you this from experience. I've been in all levels of this whole climb up, this whole come up, and at the bottom, that's where the opportunity hogs are. At the top, people share openly. If you want to get up there, then it is important that you communicate through your actions that you are someone who wants to bring value to other people's businesses and to other people's lives. If people see that in you, then they will go out of their way to bring that value back to you. So in a way, giving opportunities to other people is really a selfish act because you're doing it because it will open up more doors for you to make more money. The third personality trait that will keep you from making money is not being communicative. I'm going to tell you this right now. You have to be very communicative, especially in business. And by communicative, what I mean is this: you need to communicate to people. And I would say in some cases, be willing to almost over communicate. If you are working towards a deadline and that deadline could be pushed back, tell that person as early as possible to be able to say, hey, I know I thought I was going to be able to get this to you next week. It looks like we're going to be a little delayed. It may take an extra week. Let people know what's going on. Even if you are on schedule with something, still communicate out to that client, to that customer along the way. Hey, just checking in with you. Just want to let you know what's happening on my end. Communicate with people. Here's the thing. When people are giving you money for a product or service, or you are working within a business and you want that person to promote you, which gives you access to opportunities and money, that person needs to be able to trust you, and they need to be able to be very comfortable with what's going on within your work or within the product or service that you're offering them. And when you communicate, what you're doing is you are helping that person to know, hey, things are on track. You're comforting them. What you're doing is you are building a bond with them that says, hey, I'm trustworthy. Things are going well. And you can know that no matter what's happening, you will always be aware of what's happening within our business relationship. Communication is so key. Even down to if someone sends you an email with some basic information, hey, just wanted to let you know, you should respond back and simply say, hey, I received your email. Thank you so much. That's a really big one. People pay attention to how communicative you are just in the basic stuff, but especially when it comes out to bigger issues. If the first time that I'm hearing from you that there's a problem, once that problem has happened, then I don't feel comfortable doing business with you. If you really know what you're doing and I should be able to trust you with my money, then you should have saw that problem potentially happening before it happened, and you should have communicated out to me to say, hey, just want to let you know we may expect that this issue could happen. We should expect that this delay could happen. Just want to keep you in the loop about things. Because when you do that, if a problem does come up, then I can say, well, at least you told me in advance what to expect. When you communicate, you help people to set their expectations accordingly, but most importantly, you keep them comfortable. And the more comfortable people are, the more cash they give you, baby. This is only about getting you money, okay, baby? So learn to communicate early and often to make sure that the people who are giving you access to money feel comfortable. Personality trait number 4 that will mess with your money is not having proper boundaries in business when it comes to how you deal with people. Here's the thing you gotta remember. When it comes to business, business is business. When it comes to friendships and family, then that's over there, okay? Now, I'm not saying you can't do business with family and friends. I mean, I'm somebody who loves doing business with my family and friends. At the end of the day, some of my closest team members are people who I'm friends with. My mother, for that matter, helps me run my business. But when it comes to doing business with those people, it is all about business at the times that we're doing business. When you hear me on the phone with my mother, you wouldn't know if I'm talking to my mother or if I'm talking to yet another executive in my company who has no blood relationship to me. It's about business. People who have poor boundaries really do hurt their ability to make more money in business because people will question your professionalism. I'll give you an example. You know, for me, if you look at any of my other videos, I think I've done something like 6,000 videos, which you can see on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It's tons of them. I've been doing this for 12 years. So a lot of people who come to work on my team are people who have seen me in some capacity outside of the boardroom. They've seen me walking on the beach telling a funny topic or doing a funny joke or something like that. They've seen me do all kinds of things. They've seen me in my personal life on camera. But when they come into my business, you're in business with me. You're not in business with the antics with the person who did all those antics on camera, okay? You're in business with me, Malcolm, not MJ, all right? MJ is the on-camera fun persona. This is the boardroom. So I'll give you an example. There was this woman who I had brought on to do a role for my business. And the reason why I stopped working with her was because every time I had to meet with her, she had poor boundaries. Hey, baby, how you doing? Da, 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 da. She was always too over the top. I felt like she was talking to her friend rather than talking to the person who's signing the check for her. You see where I'm going with that? Here's the thing. If somebody's cutting you a check, rather they are a client, rather they are a boss, whoever they are, if they are cutting you a check, you need to deal with them in such a way that shows that you have proper professional boundaries, all right? Even if you have a friendship outside of work with them or as a family member, still deal with them the same. Make sure that you don't cut any corners or that you don't slack off in any way when it comes to professionalism. In fact, what I'll tell you is this: deal with everybody in business like you are dealing with your boss at work. Meaning that the same level of reverence, respect, and boundaries that you take to that person who you work with, who you know you really don't need to be crossing the line with, take that to everybody, even if you're doing business with family and friends. When you can do that, it helps people to see that you are a true professional and that you are about the business of making money. When people can see that you're about the business of making money, then they will feel more likely to trust you with the product or service or opportunity that they can bring to you, baby. I'm just trying to tell you how to get this money, baby. And professionalism and boundaries is really a way to make sure that you can attract more money to you. Personality trait number 5 that will keep you from making more money and that can destroy your business if you do have a business is not taking responsibility for when you are in the wrong, or for that matter, playing the victim all the time. Here's the thing, nobody is perfect. You will make mistakes at some point in time. There will be times where you will say, dang, I wish I could have done that better, or oops, I messed that up. Take responsibility as early as possible. If something goes wrong, it needs to be you that contacts the customer, the client, or the boss, whoever it may be, to say, hey, this is what happened, and not only is this what happened, these are the steps that I recommend that we take or that I've already taken to get this back on track. If your only response to something going wrong is, well, I didn't know, and had this happened differently, this wouldn't have happened, and blah, 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 blah. If you got all this rigmarole of excuses, let me tell you this right now. What you're not doing is covering your behind. A lot of times people think if they make excuses, they're covering their behind. You're not covering your behind. What you're doing is you're putting a cap on your earnings. People don't want to do business with people who can't take responsibility. Here's the thing. I don't judge my team members, my business affiliates, anyone who I do business with. I don't judge them by their level of perfection. I do expect that they're going to do things the right way the majority of the time, but I know that mistakes will happen. I judge them by their ability to take responsibility and then proactively plan a next step to rectify the issue. Because if you can come to me in that manner and say, hey, this is what happened, and here's what I'm going to do next to fix it, and here's what I'm going to do to make sure that it doesn't happen again, I can be like, all right, well, keep me updated. It looks like you got that together. In fact, it's going to help me build more respect towards you, which will help me to see you as an executive so I can give you more opportunities and more money. So if you want to make money, get out of this immature mindset like you're some kind of teenager who's constantly trying to skirt away from responsibility of being blamed for nothing. No, adults, people who want to make money and build businesses, we take responsibility. We're not afraid of looking like we're wrong. What we are afraid of is looking irresponsible. And the only way to look really irresponsible in business is by not taking responsibility for when you have done something that is, I don't want to say wrong, but something that frankly you could have done better. Personality trait number 6 that will hurt your business and keep you from making more money is being sloppy and careless with your work. I'm going to tell you this right now. When someone is paying you for a product or a service, they expect you to have a high level of care and a high level of focus towards quality on whatever it is that you are delivering to that person. If you are making careless mistakes within the realm of whatever it is that you're doing to get that money, understand this. Although that person may continue to work with you, perhaps, what they won't do is they will not refer you other business. What they won't do is sing your praises, because what they don't want to do is be attached to your level of unprofessionalism, okay? Just because they can tolerate it doesn't mean that they're going to send more business your way. Here's the thing that you have to understand is that your professionalism, how much care you give to your work, it becomes your calling card. That is really what your reputation is built on. So if you want people to see you as a true professional where they can send you more opportunities, because at the end of the day, you can't build a multi-million-dollar business on one client or one customer. You need to have more people coming to you, okay? If you want to be able to grow your reputation, to be able to attract wealth and be able to attract more money to your business, then you need to show that with every single product or service that you deliver, you have a very high level of standard and that you have an eye for quality and that you are willing to make sure that you go the extra mile to make sure that nothing that you deliver is sloppy or unprofessional. Now, personality trait number 7 exists everywhere, but I'll tell you, I got more experience with it here in the entertainment industry. Being a BSer, okay? Being somebody who, I call them the will do lunch crew, where they're very insincere. Every time you see them, oh, let's do lunch, let's talk about how to make money. Oh, bro, we gotta do this together. Bro, we gotta do that together. People who always running their mouth, bumping their gums about what we need to do and how we gonna do this, or they even making promises to you. I'm gonna do this, we're gonna do that, da, 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 and they never follow through. I often think in my mind when I deal with those types of people, I'm like, do they really think that I have not caught on to who they are and how they are? Do they really think that other people don't see this? Like, are they really that absent-minded to believe that somehow or another making these BS statements and making these worthless claims and promises, they're baseless, they're not going to deliver on them? Do they really think that this is helping them in any way, shape, or form? Rather they think that it's helping them or not, here's the thing, I'm going to tell you this right now. Speak what you say and mean what you say. Do not make an offer, a claim, and nothing to nobody unless you have the intention and the ability to be able to deliver on it. Because I will tell you this right now, just because people will smile in your face like, okay, great, let's work together, yeah, after you done made some claim, that don't mean that they actually will work with you. I'm gonna tell you this, people are very smart. They know when you are BSing them. And just because out of a sense of politeness, they may say, okay, great, yeah, sure, let's get together. You just let me know when. Just because they may respond in a polite way doesn't mean that they haven't caught on to your game. All right? So if you are a BSer, recognize that it is destroying your reputation, because behind your back and behind closed doors, people are saying, child, I don't believe nothing that she says. She don't mean what she says. Or child, I'm not working with her. She always running her mouth talking about what she going to do and don't never deliver on nothing. It hurts your reputation, probably worst of all out of all these traits on this list. People need to know that your word is your bond and that you only say what you mean. If you like this video, video and it helps you, what I want you to do is, of course, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure that below this video, you let me know any other personality traits that you believe hurts people in business. Even if it's something that you say, listen, I used to do this and I fixed it. Be transparent, baby, okay? Because through transparency brings transformation, not just for you, but for our other best friends. That's what I call all of my viewers, my best friends. It brings transformation for everybody, all right? And if there are any other topics that you want me to cover, feel free to put that topic directly below this video. Occasionally I go through my video comments to see what topics I can cover, and if your topic is something that resonates with me and that I know will help other people, I'm more than happy to cover it. Have a good day, best friends, and get that money.